Thank you very much. Yes, you can hear me. Great. Good morning, and it's nice to be here. My name is Jeannette Spühler, as presented, and I'm working at Vinnova, the Swedish innovation agency. At Vinnova, I'm working as a national contact point for Horizon Europe, Cluster 4, so this is the cluster covering digitalization, industry, and space. I also would like to present my colleague, Lars Gustafsson, sitting there. He's the program expert for Cluster 4, and both of us are part of the Swedish reference group joining the EuroHPC. So my background, I have background in mathematics. I did my PhD here at KTH in numerical analysis. I run simulations on Beskov and Lindgren, and actually it's nice to see my co-supervisor here in the room, Johan Jansson. And so I continued working in an SME, running simulations. We were running wind simulations on supercomputers as Hawk and Hazelhen. We also had access to machines in Seneca, CSC, and APCC. And now I'm working at Vinnova. So since we have international guests today, I was thinking of starting to present Sweden as a country of innovation, and then talk a little bit about the activities of Vinnova, and finishing up with a focus area, digital transformation, where we can find the link to EuroHPC. So, Sweden, until the late 1800s, has been one of the poorest countries in the world. However, we found the will and capacity to transform from a poor agriculture country to one of the most digitalized nations in the world. And innovation has been at the core of this transformation. On this picture, you can see a woman, and her dress is made of material extracted from Swedish wood. Sweden has been one of the top nations for innovations for years. This position has just been confirmed by the European Commission last month. They put us as #1 on the innovation scoreboard. We are #2 on the Global Innovation Index, and we are one of the top performers in fulfilling the Sustainable Development Goals, together with our Nordic neighbors, Denmark and Finland. Also, for the last decades, Sweden developed a world-class startup scene, which attracts talents, investors, and entrepreneurs. After Silicon Valley, the Swedish capital, you're here in Stockholm, has the highest numbers of unicorns produced by capita. So unicorns, these are $1 billion worth tech companies. And this position has been confirmed by South Korean-based accelerator Spark Labs, which ranked us as #2 in regard of the most supportive environment for startups. So how does it come that such a small country as Sweden is so innovative? And now in the following slide, I would like to explore a little bit of the main reasons. First of all, we succeeded in unlocking the potential of everyone. So we have one of the highest female employment rates in Europe. We have a welfare system that enables men and women to have the same opportunities, and also to live a high quality of life. And this is a welfare system which creates a safety net that I dare to change career, and also I dare to test new business ideas. Also, we have access to extensive vacation, a minimum of 5 weeks. Also, if we become parents, we have right for parental leave for 480 days. And it's not seldom that in those breaks that you can reflect, new ideas are popping up, and you follow up on them. We strongly believe in the power of creativity. In an open and international climate, innovation excels. And add to this the Swedish management, which encourages cooperation and critical thinking. The Swedish workplace is characterized by casual atmosphere and is less hierarchical. We also strongly believe in the individual's capacity to take responsibility, and that decisions are achieved by consensus and dialogue. We have taken several strategical decisions, which makes us early adopter of new technologies. The reason why Sweden is so successful in digitalization can be partly explained by big investments in digital infrastructures. For example, we were early in providing access to world-class broadband internet, and now we have a population with a high density of internet and mobile users. Also in the early 90s, the Swedish government introduced tax reduction on buying computers. This led to a huge influx of computers in private households. And now we are tech-savvy population with an openness for and in demand of new technologies. So we are an innovation and tech-friendly society. The Swedish annual investment in R&D is one of the top. This is the current list, which is led by Israel and South Korea. And regarding Europe, we are #1. The main share comes from private investments, and the public sector plays also a crucial role. So Sweden leads research in different areas, and on the national level, we have a collaborative approach in meeting these challenges, embracing the opportunities in areas as life science, new materials, and mobility, for example. Also, the Nobel Prize is a testament for our long-term commitment for excellent science. The new Nobel Prize winners were announced last week. We have the entire Swedish higher education system is ranked as one of the top. And among the top 100 universities worldwide, 3 of them are based in Sweden. And this is actually remarkable in that sense regarding the small population. We have 10 million inhabitants. So in that sense, it's remarkable to have such an achievement. Innovation has been at the core of our business sectors, and an impressively large number of multinational export companies have started their journey here in Sweden. And here you can see some of them. So the domestic market is too small. If a company wants to grow, we need to export. So we are an active player on the global market. And Sweden is a country of tech. And in combination with new ideas within music, you can think of Spotify, for example, gaming, food, finance, new businesses, new applications are created. We have a large public sector. About 30% of the entire workforce is working within the domain. With an aging population, digitalization, and urbanization, the public sector is facing new challenges. And therefore, there's a continuous focus on innovation where we put the users at the core. So, yes, and I would like to end a little bit on the elaboration why we're such an innovative country by emphasizing the importance for us to work together. So if a strong industry, excellent science, and an innovative public sector come together, innovation excels. So new businesses, new research are emerging within this collaboration, which we strongly believe is key. And the last years, we put more and more emphasis on the civil society, which makes our innovative system to a quadruple helix system. So this is kind of the reasoning why Sweden is such an innovative country. And I have to say, this is not really our character as Swedish people to say we are so good. We are rather more humble. However, you have seen the rankings. I would like to let the numbers speak for themselves. And definitely we are proud to be such an innovative country. So now to Vinnova. So Vinnova is Sweden's innovation agency. Our task and responsibility given by the government is to strengthen Sweden's capacity for innovation and by doing so to contribute to a sustainable growth. Our mission, simply put, is to enable innovation that makes a difference. And looking at our situation now, we are facing, I think we all agree that innovation is more important than ever. And we're actually running out of time. So we are very much looking forward to hearing from you about the innovative idea using HPC for solving these challenges. The headquarters is here in Stockholm, and we have branch offices in Tel Aviv, Bristol, and Silicon Valley. We are about 200 employees in total, and we have also 11 prioritized countries. Prioritization is based on the innovation partnerships from the government, And in these countries, we are working with our sister agencies, for example, Business Sweden. For example, we were in Canada for the Swedish-Canadian Days at the end of September. And last week, we were in Seoul, attending a semiconductor conference where 6 SMEs, which we funded, got the opportunity to network with South Korean companies as Samsung, SK Hynix, or Hyundai. So global cooperation is crucial for a sustainable future. Innovation is increasingly taking place in international collaboration. And therefore, regarding our activities, it is important that they have an international perspective, what we do. In the European context, we are working for Horizon Europe, the European Commission's financial framework for innovation and research. So we have the responsibility to disseminate Horizon Europe and to support applicants such that their projects are funded. As you know, Horizon Europe is definitely a great opportunity to get funded. However, this is much more than money. So by collaborating projects, you get access to excellent knowledge, skills, talents, early access to testbeds and pilot lines. Just to give you an idea, Swedish organization were granted more than 2 billion Swedish kronor under the predecessor, also Horizon 2020. This is about 3.4% of the total fund. And this makes Sweden one of the top 10 performers in Horizon 2020. Again, here, confirmation how innovative we are. So addressing the complex challenges we are facing, we need innovation in the broader sense. Well, what do I mean? So innovation is not enough to have innovation to create new products, new services, but we need to have innovative idea how we work, in the method how we work, how we behave in our habits, and also how we collaborate within this quadloop system I just presented. So we need innovation in all parts of the system. That's why we're talking about an innovative system. So we make it possible to think differently. We make it possible to do things differently. And our responsibility as an innovation agency is to bring all the actors, stakeholders of the whole system together towards a common goal to take the society on the next step, to create a sustainable future. Oh, sorry, I forgot to move the slide. And in our responsibility to strengthen Swedish capacity, we identify, mobilize, and fund. So identifying means to find area where we need to strengthen our capacity for innovation. We're doing this by continuously analyzing reports with dialogue and bringing stakeholders together on various issues and identify areas of needs. Once we have done this, we put efforts together to mobilize. And regarding funding, to give you an idea about our budget and activity, last year in 2021, we funded in total 3,716 different projects with a total budget of 3.7 billion Swedish kronor. So in our role as a funder, it is significant. In Vinnova, we have identified 10 focus areas, 5 of them regarding addressing the societal challenges. You can see them on the top. Examples are mobility or industry. And then in order to addressing the social challenges, we also have identified 5 innovative capabilities. You can see them on the side. And one of them, which is the most interesting one for us today, is digital transformation. Here you can find the link to EuroHPC. So here on the slide, you can find different areas where we put the focus on within digital transformation. So we support and strengthen innovative ideas regarding AI, digital infrastructure, cybersecurity. We also fund so-called innovation programs, SIP, which focus on electronic components and system, automatization in industry. We are active in international programs like EuroCC. We also co-found partnership Key Digital Technologies, and we are there's a link to EuroHPC. The official representative in this partnership is Vetenskapsrådet, VR, and Magnus will talk about this more tomorrow. and we are partly, as Lily just mentioned, financing ENCCS. Last but not least, I would like to finish my presentation by mentioning our increased efforts to work more closely with our sister governmental agency regarding in the field of digitalization. This landscape is complex. We have Horizon Europe, we have DEP, the Digital Europe program, we have CEF, and so on. So we really felt the need that we need to join forces in order to strengthen the Swedish participation in this, all these possibilities. And this work is led by Vinnova. So yes, so I hope I could awaken your interest in collaborating with Sweden, a country of innovation.